Hey there! Here's a short description of how I train flowing through movement with Longsword and Messer, while also working on good structure at the same time. It consists of a few building blocks that I'll be introducing in order, after which you can put them together for a few useful exercises. It's helpful to already have some prior knowledge of these elements, but if you take it slow, you may find this video has some useful pointers as well. We start with the vierleger or four positions, from Tag, Ox, Pflug and Alber. Don't sweat the proper execution of these too much right now. The most helpful thing for me to keep in mind is to keep the hands close to my body to not make them an easy target. After this comes making cuts and thrusts. I like to take a relaxed fencing stance and let the cuts flow through. It's nice to be able to recover even a very committed free cut back into one of the four positions. For thrusts, for now I simply just thrust the Langenord or long point, as that has the most reach. The third building brick is made up of parries. For this part of solo trading I usually already start throwing ripostes after my parries, such as the Oberhau from a regular straight parry against the high cut that you see me do here. The final elements would be the hengen, or hangings. These are basically just point forward, hands extended positions, aimed at controlling your opponent's blade, while also presenting a threat to their nearest opening. You can of course try to transition from hanging to hanging. Alternatively, make a cut or thrust and recover it into a hanging. Some of the Verborgenhauen secret cuts also end in hanging, and some nice examples of this would be the Zwerhau and the Schiller. Okay, so once you have practiced all these elements separately, you can try bringing them all together and do some shadow fencing. If you do that, start slow and build up the speed only gradually. This is such a nice exercise in trying to discover how all these elements fit together, and taking the time to do so can be very rewarding. Sometimes you find yourself settling into a nice pattern, and you can then try speeding it up a bit and seeing how it feels. Alternatively, once you feel comfortable in shadow fencing, you can try pushing yourself a bit. For example, with timed rounds. 20 seconds of movement, 10 seconds of rest for a number of rounds. It gets tiring quickly, but you'll find you can build up over time. I hope you enjoy doing sessions like this with Longsword and Messer. I know I do at least. So let me know what you think and don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Cheers!